Okay, now I'm just going to go into some individual films released by Criterion that I really enjoy. I'm going to start with a film by Danny Boyle, who's obviously, this is one of his very early films, maybe even his first film, but went on to do Train Spotting and Slumdog Millionaire and several other movies that have gained him acclaim. But this is one of his early films, and that's Shallow Grave with Ewan McGregor. Really enjoyed this one. Just a great movie about basically these roommates who find a new roommate to fill the vacated room in their flat, and the guy basically dies in the night. And when they go in to check on him, they find all this money in a bag on his bed. And so basically they decide to cover it up, act like the guy was never there, dispose of the body, and keep the money. And it's amazing how quickly these three friends that discovered the situation turn on each other. And just a really good character study about loyalty and what people will do for easy money, and just a really good flick. Really fun. If you haven't seen that one, definitely see Shallow Grave. French film by director Matthew Kassovitz, La Haine, meaning hate. This is a great little modern black and white film, came out in the mid-90s, about French youth and their dissatisfaction with society and clashing with police and kind of just revolting against the system they view as oppression. And some really great black and white footage in this. Really great performance by Vincent Cassel, who was very young at the time. Really enjoyed this film, La Haine. Next up is an Italian film. I would suppose it's a gangster film, although it's hard to classify it that way. Gomorrah, about the essentially crime in the city of Naples in Italy. Some really interesting photography in this. Some stuff you know, kind of artsy, out there stuff you normally don't see. But develops several different stories kind of alongside each other throughout the course of the movie. They go over, you know, there's about 3 or 4 sets of characters that are really involved, and just all kind of, you know, and it's elements of crime that you may not consider as well. I mean, there's one guy that's entirely into counterfeiting clothing, and you know, basically the seedy underbelly of that portion of the you know, crime syndicate, you know, manufacturing illegitimate goods and selling them off. There's another guy who disposes of chemical and nuclear waste for private companies. That's part of the crime family, and that's how he basically makes his money, is by disposing of chemicals and things that these companies can't do for themselves. And then there's just the good old-fashioned, you know, drug dealing, shoot 'em up side of the crime family that is of course involved as well. But just a very good film, very interesting. Anyone who's into modern gangster films, definitely check that one out. Gomorrah. I'm gonna finish it up with 2 kind of more serious films, 2 documentaries, if you will. First being The War Room, about the American presidential election in 1992. Bill Clinton versus George Bush Sr. Some great footage about, you know, obviously in the war room, which is the room like they basically plan their political strategy in, and some great early footage of Bill Clinton, also of George Stephanopoulos, and what's his name? James Carville, and just some great strategy sessions, and you know, lets you kind of see inside how you know, what it's like in those rooms, planning strategy sessions in political campaigns. I found it very interesting. And lastly, kind of a downer, but an amazing film, Night and Fog, which is a documentary about essentially the Holocaust and concentration camps. It is a very short documentary. It's only about 30 minutes long, about 31 minutes long, but rest assured that is more than enough. This movie is harrowing, difficult to sit through, even given its short run time, and some amazing photography in this. Not for the you know, weak-hearted though. There is some graphic stuff in this film, you know, in terms of, you know, bodies that were left behind, and things like that. This film came out in 1955, but most of it was shot at the end of the war and directly following the war. So there is some heavy-duty photography in this, but an amazing film about the Holocaust and concentration camps in World War II Germany. A very good movie. Alright guys, those are some of my favorite Criterion releases. Hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you soon. Bye.